it's Manda. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be setting up my July budget planner. We're going to start with monthly, and then we're going to do the full budget layout and fill it out. Let me go ahead and, since we're here, let's just pull, and then I need 4 pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't need all the pages. We just need this. So here we're going to just go ahead and start with the great whiting out of things, starting with this page. Since I don't use all this, I'm actually considering making a sticker so that this comes all the way down. But I do use this space to draw out my, not draw out, like log out my, what bills I need for my cash envelopes. So maybe not, I don't know. I was thinking maybe put like a sticker that's like a chart down there maybe. I don't know. Oh, here's the page I missed. Like, I know I missed a page somewhere. But doing this, my whiteout gets all wonky. So I was just talking to my friend, like we're talking about the whole, was it Ocean Gate thing going on, which is so sad, so sad. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just sad. It's like, I don't know. Like, you would never see me get in a tin can, like a tin can, and go underwater like that. Like, no, thank you. The only time I've been in a submarine is to tour a decommissioned one. Yeah, that's a special kind of crazy to do that. It's also highly unlikely I would ever go scuba diving either. I have, yeah, just the idea of like running out of air and drowning, just like, I'm actually kind of, I mean, it's morbid to say, but if it's true that, I haven't read any articles about it today, but if it's true that it like instantly imploded, that's kind of like an instant death. So like, it's like the idea of like having them like probably like suffocating to death, that was terrifying. And so I'm like, okay, well, if it was an instant, like probably nearly instant, I'm going to use these because this is July and it's kind of like red, white, and blue. However, there are no long side ones, and I want a long side one. So let's see what's in the blue. If there's anything that I can use similarly. That one's pretty. Can't wait to use that one. Please. Let's use, that's pink. Let's use maybe, because I think, where is it? This color? No, that's too, I need something more purple, don't I? If I want to do that one. So let me see. Got the purple one over here. More like a purpley blue scale, as opposed to actual blue. Those are pretty. Can't wait to use those. Those kind of work. But yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness, just drown. The idea of drowning or like running out of air is like terrifying to me. Like, so yeah, you would never see me do that. But yeah, there's a whole lot of like questionable things going on with that too. Like, I would not, like, even if I were a person who would be inclined to do something like that, there were like things that are coming out that are like super janky about the whole situation. It's just so sad. All right, so I think since that's not gonna work, we're just gonna go ahead and figure this out. Yeah, I think what I want to do is I'm gonna pull this one out. I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see. I want to put this one, like, do the frames here, like so. So I already went ahead and did the numbers, since that took a while, and this way that this month is going to work out, it needs I needed some, like, 2 extra days, so I just put them up there. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work, and we're gonna end up cutting some stuff off down at the bottom, but we'll figure out a way to use that. But yeah, I introduced her to, like, she's like, they had to sign a what? Like, they're not going to be able to sue and blah, blah, blah. Like, what kind of lawyer does that? And I'm like, well, because I've been following Emily D. Baker too. Like, that was just, like, a lot of places where it's, like, dangerous to do stuff. Like, if you go scuba diving, right? They make you sign a waiver, like, if you're, because, like, you know, shit can go wrong. I'm like, that's just like, that's not the lawyer's fault. That's the lawyers doing it, their job. Their job is to, you know, zealously advocate for their client, regardless of, you know, morality of it. Like, yeah, like, there's nothing I don't think anything was legally done wrong in that case, like, in that particular situation. Morally, it's a completely different story, I think. Because there's a certain, like, the I believe, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I believe, but based on, like, my knowledge and experience in this kind of thing, there are certain things that can void the liability, like signing off liability, like if they weren't provided proper information, or the information that they were given is proven, like, fraudulent, like they said. And from what I'm understanding, this ship was not didn't meet, like, they self-qualified it, so, like, they didn't actually, like, go through various, like, standards like, to get it qualified to be able to be seaworthy and stuff like that. So that investigation is still ongoing, so I'm gonna reserve my judgment. But it's just sad that happened, and, like, it's becoming like political fodder too. I'm like, no, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's like, just some people, it's just a sad situation. Stop making it political. Like, a certain member of certain family, last name rhymes with rump. It's just like, it's sad. It's just sad situation, and it sucks. But at the same time, it's like, you're going in a experimental vessel. Like, stuff like that happens. It's like when, like, the astronauts go in, you know, get in a rocket and go into space, right? There's always, like, no matter how much prep you do and whatnot, like, everything can be right, and then something can go catastrophically wrong. And that's a risk that they have to take. Like, that's a risk that they do for like basically experimental. I mean, if you like, we've had space shuttles for a very long time, but it's still like an experimental science. It's everything and anything could go wrong, and it's just stuff like this happens, and it's sad. And everybody's like, who's to blame? And blah, blah, blah. And most of the big thing is like the internet is going to internet, right? Try to like blame somebody. I'm like, is there anyone to blame? Is there really? And that's where like lawyers and courts and things come in, and they're the ones that decide, not like the public. Nor is it our right to decide, really. I mean, to me, like, unless you're on a jury, you know? Like, you don't get, you're not the fact finder, so you don't get to make the judgments. Do I want to put some more? I think I'm just going to go ahead and go, like, around the edges. Let me pull this one off here with this one, since it's already got a flat edge. Let's go around the edge. But yeah, it's just sad. It's like, let's get in it. Yeah, and like, the thing is like a freaking tin can. It's like somebody made it looks kind of a morbid joke because they like were still looking for them at the time. Like it looked like a propane tank. I'm like, you're not wrong. Like, yeah, they took a. I was like, yeah, that's pretty, yeah. Yeah, like, and here's the thing. I work with like safety people, like I work really closely with our health and safety people, and like the story she's told me, I'm like, like our health and safety rep for our company, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I've always had an office job. I've never had a job where like the worst you can have would be like, you get a paper cut, you know? And she's like, yeah, I heard a story that somebody, like died from getting a paper cut. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, they didn't take care of it. Like, they didn't like clean it and sanitize it properly and take care of it properly. And, they got like a serious blood infection and died. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, I get paper cuts all the time. I have one right there right now, and then got another one like right on my finger here. I'm like, I get them all the time, but like, I wash my hands. But I was just like, oh wow. And like some of the stuff that she tells me, I'm like, wow. She's like, there's a reason why I kind of got out of like the construction side of it, because she she couldn't like handle some accidents. Like one accident she was telling me about, I can't, like, I've kind of like stricken stricken it out of my memory because I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness. And like and I sit here and go like, some of the people that we work with are like so lackadaisical about some of the stuff. And she's like, yep. And she's like, all I can do is tell them, like, they're like, we're sorry, Karma, like about like when they don't do things that they're supposed to do. She's like, don't say I'm sorry to me. Say like, tell your, it's like, I'm not the one who's going to be hurt that you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Like, she's like, my goal is to have everyone go home to their wives and to their families and whatnot at the end of the day. And it's like, I'm not the one who's going to be hurt because you didn't do what you were supposed to be doing. And it was like, it so reminds me of like, I was taking Loki for WALK, and this kid just ran up on me and like grabbed my dog, like to pet him, like in the face and everything. I'm like, what do you think you're doing? And they're like, I'm like, that dog could have bitten you and I did not give you permission to touch him. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, where is your mother? She's like, at home. I'm like, I would have had some serious words. It's like, I don't care. I don't care if I get, I'm like, I'm not gonna get bit because I'm faster than the dog. I'm like, wow. I'm like, where is your mother? And that, I'm like, that it's that kind of like mindset. I'm like, I know he's just a kid, but like, my mom would, first of all, never would have let me outside without appropriate supervision at that age. And yeah, I'm just like, oh my God. You don't run up on people's dogs. Like, even though Loki's a Pomeranian, he's small. But here's the thing. Pomeranians bite because they're small. Loki, thankfully, is not one of those dogs. But if you ran up on a pit bull like that, scared the shit out of a pit bull like that, like, you would be seriously harmed. She's like, I'm faster than the dog. I'm like, I'm not gonna get bit, I'm faster than the dog. Oh my goodness. Like, just like, you ran up on my dog. And yeah, like, I would probably be liable if my dog bit him, but at the same time, the kid ran up on my freaking dog, ran up on us, and just like grabbed my dog. Like, while he was like, you know, taking a piss. Like, what do you think you're doing? And the kid was like 8. So I'm like, you know better. You know better. Or at least your mama should have told you better. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh my goodness. Free range children around here. Let's see. Oh, where is this? I think it's gonna go right here. And there. Ah, no, I didn't. It moved. But yeah, I'm like, what do you think you're doing? Like, that would gotten, like, my parents didn't really like believe in like physical punishment. But yeah, that would have gotten me doing some chores I absolutely did not want to do. That got me doing some, that got me eating peas for a week, you know? Like, there were things like, all right, you're gonna be eating peas for a week. I'm like, I absolutely hate peas. Like, still to this day, I hate peas. Like, you know, your privileges are gone. Like, that kind of thing. All right, so we've got that done, and I'm finished rambling for right now. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use my red highlighter. I was gonna use my red fake knockoff Amazon dual tip marker, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use this red mild liner. We're gonna look at my dates. So due date on rent is gonna be the 1st. I'm gonna put the bills up at the top. Then on the 2nd, I have 2 bills. 1, 2. The next one is on the 10th, so 2 on the 10th as well. There we go. 13th. 15th. 22nd. And and 26th. All right, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Let's use this. This is paydays. I think that's pretty much going to be it for this page. Let me trim this up. Perfect. So I have so what I do is I track the transactions for the days and the no spends here. So we have all the bills down. Yeah, just making sure. Okie dokie. I'm gonna flip this over. I need to get the June out so I can see what I did, how I did this. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do red, 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 and red here. I'm gonna take, what did I do with the blue? I have the blue marker that matched this. Where did you go? What did I do with you? Did you fall? Did I put you back somewhere? Ah, but again, upside down like that so I couldn't tell where the color was. Good job. Good job, Manda. Good job. But yeah, I turned my front, going back to the whole ocean gate thing. Gave my friend, we were talking about it, she's like, I really find it interesting. I'm like, have you heard of Emily D. Baker? She's like, who? I was like, oh. I'm like, she's a lawyer on YouTube that covers, so we got paychecks, and then we have roommate pay. And this is going to be budgeted, and this is going to be budgeted. It's gonna be actual. So this is going to be 2,882 because I only have 4 paychecks this month, and then 700 from my roommate. So we're going to get a total of $3,552 to budget with. Right. First off, we're gonna do this box is gonna be income. So this is gonna be paycheck 1, 713, paycheck 2, 713, paycheck 3, 713, paycheck 4, 713, and roommate pay 700, and that is going to be again 3,552. All right, over here we're gonna have our variable expenses. These are the my cash envelopes and part of my 4 walls. Not really, sort of. It's like my weekly spending kind of thing. So food is going to get $400 because it is a 4-week month. Toiletries is going to get $50 as usual. Personal spending is going to get $200, and then gas for my car is $150. So that's going to add up to $800. Perfect. So this next box is going to start my bills. So we have bills here. And this is also going to be bills. So we're going to have car insurance, which is budgeted at $66.75. Then we have storage, which is sorry, I messed that up. 88. Then we're gonna have, this is 7272. This is gonna be Rocky Mountain Power, my electric, that's 710. And that's gonna be 999.72 because it be hot here and I live on the 3rd floor, so a 33.74 here. Then we have Comcast. $713. $76.08. And this is fixed. And this is variable. And so like I sort of budget in the like the 50, 30, 20. So that method kind of like 50% is towards living expenses and stuff. And then 30% is to like wants, and then 20% is savings. And actually I generally save more than at 20% or more than 20%, depending on the month. So it's exciting. And that's including like all of my sinking funds and savings challenges as savings. Life insurance, 23, so it's gonna be $26.50. And then lastly is rent for 8/1. It's gonna be 15. We're budgeting it at 1,500, and that is gonna be 1890.33 for those. And then for variable is Netflix, which is going to be due on 7/15, and that is $15.49. Basically, like if I lost my job, these are items that I could get rid of. And like survive. So that's going to be $31.57. All right, here we have sinking funds or savings. Funds. All right, start off with auto. It's gonna get $40. Medical. It's gonna get $40. Pet, $150. Travel, $40. Gifts, $40. Miscellaneous savings, and this is like all my subscriptions and whatnot, $40. Home and garden, $40, so $10 per paycheck. And then savings challenges, I'm estimating $440. And all of this adds up to $803. Over here is going to be just like miscellaneous things that come up, if they come up. And then here is going to be my income. It's going to be 3,552. There's going to be expenses. And that's savings. $8.30. Get my, where's my calculator? Where's my phone? Looking for my work phone. I'm gonna have to get my calculator. 3,225 minus 3 is gonna be 2,722, and that would leave us with like 10 cents, I think. Of some nature. So there is that. So that's my budget set up for the month. Next up, we are going to finish decorating the pages. Where did I put them? Here they are. So this page, just gonna put blue highlighter here. This is for tracking my sinking funds and cash envelopes, like what's actually in them. So I'm not going to be able to fill that in until the beginning of the month, and it's still a little bit a ways. So we're going to go ahead and start the great decorating of the tops. So don't need this, I need this. And we're gonna try and finish using up these stickers. Actually, I'm gonna keep that one there. The corner one, I might end up using it in a different spread if I don't use up all these stickers. So we've got this one, and then probably this big one. Okay, yeah, it's gonna go there. It just smacked itself down, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fight it. I am not gonna fight it because this video is probably going on way too long. So these sheets, they're supposed to be like expense tracking, like your like running transaction log, but I use them for tracking, like doing my weekly budgets. So like my paycheck by paycheck budgets. I used to, at this job, I get paid every week. I am used to getting paid once every like bi-weekly, not bi-weekly, but like I believe it's called bi-monthly, where you get paid like twice a month, like on the 1st and the 15th or something like that. That's what I'm used to. So like since having this job, I've been like, like how exactly am I supposed to budget? And I've finally gotten like the hang of it. Now that I've been doing it for, it's gonna be 4 years in October. So yeah, if I change jobs, it's gonna be another adjustment to getting paid however often they pay us. Like, I'm cool with whatever. It doesn't matter to me. However, I think you end up paying more taxes or something. I don't know. I think you end up paying more money in some situation, like, so we'll see. I think you get charged more for like transactionally, like, I don't know. I haven't done the math. Like, you know, like a higher percentage when the money's higher, or power. Oh, stuff falling all over the place. Sorry. All right, let's find where this month ends. So like this will be the 5th week here, and so I still have another one of these and this notes page. I don't ever use that notes page. It's like, I guess if like I was actually having to track like bills due, luckily I am debt free, but yeah, not everybody is. So here we are this is my monthly. This is the budget setup. And these are my weekly paycheck budget pages. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, comment down below. I'm about to sneeze, and I'll see you next time. Bye.